Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Number 8, read. You.
49, check 49.
Blue draw Corker. Hey, high 7. 2.
On first down, Glenn. And he's got his man on the out route. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, Swift trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Glenn. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Set. 60 outlaw. 22 jet bomber. Snap.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 93 for Mike.
Now back to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, If you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
60 or.
First and 10.
6-man.
50-yard line.
Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
46 to Mike. 46.
2nd and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
46 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Glenn. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Protein spill.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 4th down, Glenn. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Here we go. 30 base.
First and 10. Ready?
No. General West. Hey, Haywood. 5.
Throwing on first down. Glenn. Flush to his right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Go. 46.
Throwing again. Glenn. That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. It's got.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Ebron caught left side. 25 yards that time.
8-3. Check.
It's a game of
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Sanders is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
On 1st and 10. Glenn eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7.
Ready, break.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah. Hey, box truck. Give me some. Here we go. Snap.
Operating from the gun, Glenn. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
25, check 25, check 25.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he's flushed out left toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Let's go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Exit.
Mike 46. Mike 46. 46 and Mike 46. Here we go. Here we go.
5.
From the gun, Glenn. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 46. Mike 46. Bandit. Bandit. Shift. Showing up.
To throw again. Glenn. Going for a right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is first and 10.
Go.
46, boy. 46. 46 to Mike. Oh, yeah.
61. Match buck. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, Charlie.
Crunch time, defense. Sponge. No. 36. 46 to Mike. 46.
To throw on second down. Glenn. Steps away to his left. He'll let this go for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Second and 10. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. This time they stay on the ground. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the edge.
Five.
Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Barkley. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, orbit. Go.
Operating from the gun. Glenn firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. 2.
Throwing again. Glenn. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Go. Smooth.
On 4th down, Glenn. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta.
42-yard line.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glenn. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line.
Hey, exit.
On first down, Glenn. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the gun, Glenn. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Throwing on first down, Glenn. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Hey,
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Go.
Operating from the gun, Glenn to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, Glenn. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set up, 60 or. Hey, zoom.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Ready, 60 Pittsburgh.
Check Mike 46. All day, baby, all day.
Go. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are back within a single score. Parkey adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, Jets.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, orbit.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Move. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, high 7. Hey, lock it. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And James has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Got it.
Strong right. Strong right.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Right up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Back to throw. On the left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us? No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pops to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go.